Right, it's 6 p.m. Sunday. There's nothing more going to be happening on the modelling bench. All of this stuff is sort of out of the way. We did a little bit of painting on the figure. On the uniform, we added some shadows, perhaps a little bit difficult for you to see, but it's starting to get there. Tea is on the go, so we're having roast chicken today. So that's my chickens in there, my roast potatoes, my parsnips are on the go. Got roast vegetables sat there waiting to go, broccoli and peas and sweet corn, so ready to go. And then all I've got to do is put some Yorkshires on and make some gravy. Today I bought the Yorkshires. Sometimes I make them, sometimes I buy them, depends on the mood. Then we've got some strawberries, which we'll have with a bit of clotted cream ice cream later on. And maybe a Yorkshire pudding, bit of syrup, all good. So what I'm going to do now while I'm waiting for all that to cook, and I've got a bit of time, is I'm going to edit the video ready for Monday. So we've got to do a group build update, which I've recorded, I've filmed it. So now we need to get it edited. So I thought you might be interested to see that process. So I've got my memory stick in that's come out of the camera, and I've got 2 folders there with stuff recorded on. I need to put my group build update stuff into this folder on my external hard drive, ready to be put into the software. So that's the first thing we'll do. We'll open that up. Then we need to find it. So it's the stuff with my face on. So I'll move that across. That'll take a moment or two. It's telling me 3 minutes. So the rest of it looks like Panzer 1 stuff. So while that's doing, I can open up another Finder space and put them in another folder. So on a different hard drive, separate solid state drive, I have my builds, so I can open up my Panzer 1, drag that across, drag that across. Now that'll slow down the upload of the other one, but doesn't really matter. Then going into the other folder, all of that will be Panzer 1 as well, but we'll give it a second to catch up with itself. So once they've got an image, I know that they've caught up with itself, I can drag them across as well. And then what I can do here is expand this and then sort it by date created. And I know that my oldest ones are at the front and my most recent ones are at the top. So we'll let that carry on doing that, and then we can get the software open. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is drag over my files. So I'm gonna dump them into the editing stream. Let's just get that out of the way. There we go. And move that out. Right, okay. So that's my back end files. Then we're going to put the front files in, like so. And a little bit of time until that clears, which it's already done. So it's happy it's loaded them in. Then I need to get my intro and outro. So I have them in a little folder. So I have a new intro, which we'll put here, and then we'll go right to the end. And when we get to the end of the files, where are you? There we go. We can put the new outro in. There we go. So I now know I've got a 27-minute video there. So first thing we do is just make sure it's starting okay.
Hello everyone, welcome to August. Yes, summer holiday season for those of us with children at school. Always an interesting time of year, especially for us modelers, because seasonally it's when we start dropping off and doing less modelling because, you know, we've got things to be doing on the house, in the garden. We're actually going away on holiday.
I was actually feeling quite poorly on this day. Still got long COVID from the last time I had COVID.
All that stuff taking up your time. So
I look a bit rough, don't I?
It becomes a quiet time of the year. But in the background to all of that, those of you involved in the group builds have still got timelines to do and still got things to be building. So this is the group build update.
So we can pause it there, and there was a little click, which is the two little spikes you see there, and that's me switching off the recording. So if I take that back a little bit, that gets rid of that. Now we can see how that merges in.
Update.
And that's working okay. Now we check the transition from the intro back to the video.
So, first of all,
we can narrow that down a little bit as well. Just check it again.
So, 1st of August, that means
that just got rid of the little tut I'd made before I started speaking. Okay, so what I do now is if something goes wrong, I stop recording. So I don't need to check the whole recording. I just go to the end here, play the last little bit, and just make sure I haven't coughed or messed up, and then we can edit the transition.
There are currently 2 levels of membership on my channel. There's
I might have forgotten what they were both called at this point.
So there is Petty Officer with...
Yeah, so we need to, I stopped it to check what they were and make sure I said the right thing. So we just edit that up. And that should work now.
So there is Petty Officer, which is 99 channel.
We can actually take all of that out. So if we pull that right back there.
On my channel. So there is Petty Officer, which is 99.
That looks a lot better.
So there is Petty Officer, which is 99 pence a month, and there is Midshipman.
So if I highlight this bit of video by clicking on it, you can see the yellow box comes around it, so it's easy for me to visually find the end. And you can see there's a little tail off there at the end, and we probably want to edit that out. So let's just listen to that last little bit again.
So if you're only paying the net, so if you're a Petty Officer,
there you go. So I said something, realised I didn't want to say it quite that way, so I stopped the video. So we'll just play that last little section again and find where to cut it.
So yeah, we have this group build happening, and it's for all members. Now we will do a showcase at the end of that. So if you're if you're a Petty Officer,
right, so I now know where to cut that, which is there. So let's just see
that. So if you're a Petty Officer,
we can get rid of the so as well. So we just take that back. That last spike would have been the word so.
End of that. So if you're a Petty Officer, membership level, and you're paying,
that works a lot better.
You will still be involved in the showcase. We'll be able to see what you've done when you share your photographs at the end, and when we start the...
So we pause it, we can see all our little spikes, press play.
General group build for everybody on the 1st of March 2026. So you've got plenty of time. Now if you are...
We'll get rid of the little clicks if we're switching it off, and we just want to see how that's looking on the big screen, so we're going to do that.
So you've got plenty of time. Now if you are a midshipman member and you haven't joined the social group,
that all looks good.
It's the time. All you need to do is send me an email with your year, and we'll edit it over the time, but time is ticking because we are in August. So you've got about 3.5.
Get rid of the little click.
So you've got about 3.5 months left.
Okay, we are nearly at the end of this video. You can see how quickly
building the kits.
I'm able to do this.
It's beautiful. Focus a fair bit on.
So we can reduce that down, and then we can just play it in.
So I need an update. Where are you? Where are you with your... I will reiterate.
Okay, so that's working okay now. So we'll just check the back end of this first one.
The 18th of this exact date for sending the photos. The 18th of August. That's your critical model kit stuff.
Well, I think I might have forgotten my email address there, so let's just check what I say here.
You send the photographs to model kit.
Yeah.
Allowed to start sending me those photographs.
So we take that all the way back to there.
Photographs. You send the photographs to modelkitstuff@gmail.com. Please frames if you've seen them before. And we'll have your 4 pictures. So that is the plan.
So again, just taking back the click of switching that off. You can see how easy it is because I've formalised it over the years.
So I think that is it. That's your update on the 3 group builds. We've got one cartoon with a
So let's just see how it ends, make sure it ends okay.
stuff video. Bye for now.
We can just get the little click out. Try that again, big screen.
Bye for now.
Okay, so I'm happy with that, nice and easy to do. So what I'm going to do now is upload that onto my computer, ready to upload onto YouTube. So we click the little upload box. I have one set up called YouTube Best, which is the best setup for that. We give it a name, so we'll call it Group Build org, so I know what it is. There we go, and then we upload it to downloads, and I can then find out how long that's going to take me. So it's on 0, half an hour's worth of video, probably going to take me 15 minutes to upload it maybe. While that's uploading, I can switch my vegetables on and check how everything's doing in there. Looking good. Got my roast vegetables in now. There's some herbs in there out of the garden, which means we'll get a nice aroma in the oven. So I think we are nearly ready. It's all coming together. Okay, now I've got to create a thumbnail. So that's what we're gonna do, create a YouTube thumbnail. First thing I always do is add the text that says stuff. That goes in the bottom corner and we turn it red. Then we need to add more text that says model kit stuff. And we place that next to it. Okay, now we need to say what it is. So it's the August group builds, because there's many. That's not spelled right. Where's that O come from? Update with an E. Okay, now we can center that, put that in, and find something that makes it look good. Ah, that looks all right. And we'll put the colour in standard model kit stuff, dark blue, and we'll put it there. Now we need a picture. So we're going to import an image, and that's the image we're going to use. So that is going to be expanded and put it at a jointy angle. Now the picture is in the way of the text, so I'm just going to move it behind the text. There we go. Okay, now the text needs to sort of stand out a little bit, so we'll just give it a bit of that, and what we'll do is we'll change the shadow colour to yellow. And there we go, the August group builds update. That looks okay, so we can export that as a JPEG to downloads, save to file. That is the thumbnail done. So that is now saved. So we can go to the thumbnail, which is there. We can share it with my iMac. Done. Right, so now we can get on with the next step. So I've now got this on my new trigger, so we should stop having the finger getting in the way. So we are in YouTube Studio, and we're going to click on Create, Upload Video. So we select the file, there it is, upload it. Then we put in the thumbnail, upload it, and we give it a title. We're going to call it the August group builds update. There we go. Then I need to put some commentary in the description. So I have some standard text that I can dump in, and then I can remove anything I want, like so. Okay. Then we add it to a playlist. Then we select monetization. Then we have to say that we haven't done any of these things that would mean you wouldn't be able to monetize it. Then we put an end screen in. So one best for viewer, and then we'll find the group builds one, which is there. Save. Tag some products. So there's all sorts of things crop up that are in the shop. You can change the colours of these in the shop and what have you. So we'll put a hoodie in, we'll put a cup in, we'll put one of the absolutely brilliant aprons in, and we'll put a sticker in. Then we're done. Hit next, and then we schedule it, and we're going to schedule it for tomorrow, 4th of August, 8 o'clock. We don't want to set it as a premiere, so that's it. We can click on schedule. It tells me it's not finished uploading. I've got 25 minutes left, and then after the 25 minutes it will convert into high definition, which might take another 25 minutes. So that's it. The video is going to upload. It'll end up here, and then tomorrow morning it should go out. So job done, and now you know how it goes.